The family of a man shot and killed by Topeka police officers is gathering tonight. What they're asking: new developments in the investigation of racist graffiti left on a car in Manhattan. Who's taking over the case? And what you can do now to help feed hundreds of people Thanksgiving Day. Good evening, I'm Melissa Bruner.
And I'm Ralph Hipp. Overcast and drizzle. It's getting darker earlier. We're about to change our clocks back this weekend. A lot to talk about from the Weather Center
So
tonight.
we go right to Jeremy Goodwin with the first look for you.
And probably most importantly, warm and dry for the weekend, but lots of stuff going on, no doubt. Here's a look at the satellite imagery. We do have clearing skies in areas like Manhattan and Clay Center already. Topeka still in the clouds right now, but about an hour from now, most likely this clearing line will have made it through the capital city. Emporia, Lawrence, Kansas City still in the clouds. As we look to the northwest from downtown Topeka, from the Jayhawk Tower, you can see the back edge of that boundary of clouds making its way through Topeka. And in Manhattan right now, it is mostly clear overhead with no clouds at all, looking to the south into the clear skies. Our temperatures are a bit warmer to the northwest, where we've seen sunshine the past few hours, and tonight should be dry. No chance of seeing any fog tonight, low of 39. Tomorrow, 55, clouds roll back in with a chance of light rain and sprinkles. I'll have your full 8-day forecast in a few minutes.
Jeremy, thank you. The Auburn-Washburn school community is mourning the death of a student tonight. District Superintendent Dr. Scott McWilliams says Michaela Wayne, a senior at Washburn Rural High School, passed away. He says his thoughts are with the family. He says the district has provided counselors and support staff for all those affected and are releasing no further information out of respect for the family's privacy. A rally is just getting underway at the Law Enforcement Center in Topeka. The family of Dominic White wants answers as to what led to his September 28th shooting death by two Topeka police officers. 13 Sean Wheat is live at the Law Enforcement Center. And Sean, the family is saying they plan a peaceful protest.
Well, Melissa, the White family has definitely been asking for answers from both the Topeka Police Department and the Lawrence Police Department, which is investigating the deadly shooting that happened near Ripley Park. Now, the protest, I'll get out of the way here, is just now getting underway. Lawrence Police told 13 News today, quote, "There are a few things that investigators are finishing up with before sending it over to the Shawnee County District Attorney's Office." Now, the protest is similar to what has been seen at sporting events across the nation. According to the family, it's a peaceful protest, and it will include taking a knee for Dominic. Now, it's just now getting started. Some folks are starting to speak now. Now, when the family spoke to 13 News in October, they asked to watch the body cam and dash cam videos from that morning for closure. Officers say White struggled with police, ran, and then attempted to reach into his pocket where police believe he may have had a gun, and they opened fire. Initial reports were that a gun was recovered at the scene. Initial information given to 13 News indicate White was shot in the chest, and officers tried to give him medical aid before he was taken to a local hospital and pronounced dead. Now, Shawnee County District Attorney Mike Kage says his office has been in constant contact with the Lawrence Police Department. It is procedure, according to him, for his office to then review those findings and make a determination on whether or not to press criminal charges. Of course, we're going to be out here for this protest, and we'll have further details as they're available, and we're actually streaming it live on Facebook. Go to WIBW Sean Wheat for those details. Melissa?
All right, Sean, thanks for the update. Appreciate that. They say the body camera footage not being released because it is an ongoing investigation. Two people are recovering from injuries suffered in a wreck sparked by a broken down car. The Kansas Highway Patrol says 30-year-old Daniel Cannon of Manhattan was trying to push his 1997 Chevy Camaro out of the northbound lanes of K4 Highway north of 31st Street around 8 last night. His car was hit from behind by 56-year-old Barbara Murphy of Valley Falls. Both were taken to Stormont Vale. The hospital tells us Cannon remains hospitalized in fair condition tonight, while Murphy was treated and released. K4 was closed from Highway 24 to 46th Street for about 2 hours after that wreck.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation is now that lead agency on the case of racist graffiti spray painted on a vehicle in Manhattan. Riley County Police making that announcement today, saying that the FBI will investigate what happened here as a hate crime. RCPD will help them. Riley County Police say the vehicle had been parked at an apartment complex in the 2200 block of Claflin when the crime occurred. It was sometime between 1:30 and 3 o'clock yesterday morning. RCPD is asking any of you with information to call their Crime Stoppers number 785-539-7777. Reaction from the new mayor of Manhattan, Linda Morse, issuing a statement today. The actions are not acceptable. She said, quote, "I encourage the Manhattan community to reach out and support diversity and respect for all. I know that there's a need for significant improvement, and I know the community will come together to help make Manhattan a safe, inclusive, and respectful place for all."
Some hardworking employees at the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office were rewarded today with promotions. 6 different employees at the Sheriff's Office were rising through the ranks, from officers to dispatch. Captain Danny Lottridge has served the citizens of Shawnee County for 18 years, along with new Captain Caleb Akery, who's protected Shawnee County citizens since 2000. 2 people, Tim DeBusk and Allison Muller, both employees in the dispatch area, were promoted from Communications Specialist to Communications Specialist 2, while 2 others, Lacey Mulford and Dawn Frey, were promoted from Communications Specialist 2 to shift supervisors. Sheriff Herman Jones says everyone promoted today works extremely hard and makes every hour on the job worth it.
They tend to put many hours in, not just the 8 to 5. It's nighttime, it's weekends, it's holidays, those types of things. And this is the team that leads by example. So if our people were out there, they're probably going to be out there as well. That's what really projects them to that leadership role where they are today.
Sheriff Jones says they try to publicly recognize employee promotions every 6 months. The Downtown Topeka Rotary Club is doing its part to eradicate polio. At its meeting today, Group President Grace Morrison presented member Sam Karkoff with a cape for all of his superhero work with the polio fundraising campaign. The Polio Plus campaign is what it's called. They raised $20,000 in October, and matches from Northeast Kansas Rotary District, Rotary International, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation boosted their total to more than $123,000. Rotary members also got a look at this, an update on downtown improvement projects. Seth Wagner, CEO of Ames Strategy, says the White Linen restaurant will open at the end of November. The loft apartments will be finished tomorrow, and as you saw, the Cyrus Hotel, that opens next fall with a price tag of $28.6 million. We asked why invest so much money in downtown Topeka.
There's tons of jobs in Topeka, but a lot of people live in Lawrence, and you know, the thing that keeps getting brought up, well, they have Mass Street, or you know, they have that one entertainment district, and you know, we want to try to have that special place that people can come and gather in downtown Topeka, and that, you know, at 501 that it isn't quiet in downtown and everybody bails.
By the way, that money from Polio Plus helps to vaccinate 123,000 kids.
On to Advisors XL, and really 2 area businesses teaming up today, helping our local kids shop during their school day for the 2nd year in a row now. Payless Shoe Source and Advisors XL partnered to provide winter coats and shoes for every kid at Sheldon Head Start School. Each of the students picked out a new pair of shoes, of course donated by Payless, and new coats. Those were donated by Advisors XL. Teachers say many of the students at Sheldon do not have the basic necessities, items they need for winter, so they love being able to choose their own clothes.
The reaction from the students is pure excitement. I think the shoes are the biggest hit. Lots of Spider-Man shoes around here and Trolls. They're just so happy to have a warm coat and warm pair of shoes.
Advisors XL, Lindsay says, also has 285 extra winter coats for students in need at Ross Elementary, Highland Park High, and the USD 501 Clothing Bank. Santa's already kicking off the holiday season at Fort Riley. As everybody at the post began the 33rd annual Operation Santa Claus this morning with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. And the Fort Riley community, along with Santa, help families by providing gifts for local children over the holiday season. The head elf of the operation says this program can really bring some normalcy to the kids' lives. You can donate new unwrapped toys in the $15 to maybe $20 price range for kids and up to teens up to 18 years of age, using donation boxes that are located throughout businesses in Manhattan, Junction City, and Salina. 'Tis the season of giving, and some examples right there for you to think about. You can also help make Topeka's biggest Thanksgiving meal a reality.
See how your giving can keep a Topeka tradition going for another 50 years. Next.
You're watching 13 News at 6 with Melissa Bruner and Ralph Hipp. 13 News, Kansas News Leader. They are the smallest victims of our nation's drug crisis.
A lot of times babies are very inconsolable.
Every 25 minutes, a baby is born with symptoms of drug withdrawal.
It's heart-wrenching.
13's Melissa Bruner investigates the tragedy of babies born addicted tonight on 13 News at 10. You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
The Community Thanksgiving Dinner Foundation has reached a milestone.
And with everything Pauline and Myron have done with the whole crew, and 13's Juan Cisneros spoke with some of them and hearing what they had to say today. Juan?
This is the 50th year of the Community Thanksgiving Dinner, but to do it, they need your help. Our mission is and always has been that no one shall dine alone.
For 50 years, the Community Thanksgiving Dinner Foundation has provided meals at Ag Hall at the Kansas Expo Center, and they couldn't have done it without volunteers.
Without the volunteers, there's absolutely no way we could accomplish this. So throughout the week, we'll utilize the services of anywhere from 195, maybe 200, 250 volunteers. On Thursday itself, we'll have as many as 195 of those folks here.
Foundation Vice President Dwight Menke has been involved with the Community Thanksgiving Dinner since 1976. He says the growth is a tremendous accomplishment.
I remember we had around 400 and some meals, and over the years we've graduated to a little over 2,900 meals. We serve 1,500, we actually deliver 1,500 meals, and then the balance of that we serve here at Ag Hall. So we think it's a tremendous accomplishment for the fact that this really is put on by the citizens of Topeka and Shawnee County. That's why we call ourselves a Community Thanksgiving Dinner.
To be a volunteer, you can call the Topeka Rescue Mission or visit their website. The foundation also delivers meals, and if you would like to have one delivered, you can call the meal hotline at 295-3998. The deadline is 4 p.m. on November 17th.
Okay. There's the number, and mark that down. You may need it very soon. So, Melissa, before you know it, we'll be having that list of they need some mashed potatoes or green beans. We'll be, helping them as we get closer to Thanksgiving.
And we'll find out if we're going to be watching any snowflakes as we get closer to the weekend.
Yeah.
Jeremy is back with your forecast next.
Is bridging the gap between young black men and law enforcement.
You have a lot of kids who are being upraised who've never had a solid male role model in their life, so that's really why we do what we do.
See why you should know more about the OK program.
Thursday on 13 News at 10. This is your 13 weather forecast with Jeremy Goodwin.
Many of us have seen clouds all day long, but the back edge of those clouds is moving through right now. The sky should clear out for the evening hours. We're likely to see clouds rolling back in tomorrow and possibly some light rain or sprinkles on Friday as well. Here's a look at the satellite imagery, and from Topeka to Emporia, the clouds are still in place. Osage City still under the clouds. But from Delia to Manhattan to Clay Center and Concordia, this is mostly clear sky in that part of the area, and this is beginning to make its way south and east. So Topeka, Lawrence, Osage City, Emporia likely to be a completely clear sky or close to it by 8 or 9 o'clock this evening. There's no rain in the area at this time. It does look like we'll stay out of the fog tonight as well, but it will get a little chilly faster this evening than it did last night when you have the high humidity and clouds sticking around. Temperatures stay up a bit, but with this blanket of clouds eroding across the area right now, we're likely to get colder a bit quicker. So looking northwest from Topeka, this is from downtown from the top of the Jayhawk Tower. That's the back edge of this cloud bank. Again, looking to the northwest and looking out from Manhattan right now. It's a mostly clear sky overhead, some high thin cirrus clouds on the horizon, making for some beautiful sunset colors right now in the Little Apple, but not much in the way of clouds overhead and certainly no rain chance. Now, temperatures were a bit warmer in areas like Manhattan and Concordia today because we saw more sunshine today as that blanket of clouds was eroding earlier in the day in those areas. Topeka, 54 degrees is the warmest we've been all day, 53 in Lawrence, and Emporia, 52 is the warmest temperature you've seen all day as well. It was 50 last hour and it's been climbing steadily as the clouds have been breaking up. That supercast does show the back edge of this clouds sweeping out of here for the next few hours. By 9 or 10 o'clock, everyone is clear. Here's 8 a.m. tomorrow, mostly sunny for the beginning of the day. The bus stop will be a little cool near 40, dry roads, so no problems with the roads from weather. And as we go to the afternoon, here's 3 p.m. We'll see clouds beginning to climb back in from the south and west, and maybe some sprinkles with this as well. Nothing heavy. No thunderstorms, no snow, but a chance of some sprinkles and light rain that could last into Friday night. Highs tomorrow, mid-50s, quite a few clouds in the afternoon, should keep the temperature down a little. And then on Saturday, much warmer, mid-60s, should be the warmest day in quite a while. And then Sunday looks to be even warmer still, likely in the 70s. Tonight, 39. It will be a dry night, clearing this evening for most of us. Light winds. Tomorrow, mid-50s, chance of some sprinkles in the afternoon and evening, nothing heavy and still fairly cool. Here's the 8-day forecast, 67 on Saturday, and then we fall back Saturday night before you go to bed. Make sure to set those clocks back 1 hour. because Sunday is the beginning of daylight back to Central Standard Time, and sunset on Sunday is at 5:17 p.m. At least we have a high of 72 and an extra hour of sleep.
That's right. All you really need to remember, when Melissa's on during Live at 5, that's when it's going to be totally dark.
But don't blame me.
It's not her
It's just
fault.
what happens.
And not Jeremy's fault either. In a moment, which KU Jayhawk has been leading the defense as of late.
Plus, K-State's kicker joins some elite company. We'll explain next.
13 Sports with Chris Lilly.
Hello everyone, the Kansas City Chiefs sit atop the AFC West with a 6-2 record, and they've done it with a grueling stretch of games. On this week's Minute with Mitch, why the challenge isn't necessarily who the Chiefs are playing, but when.
The NFL is about routine for players, coaches, and yes, even play-by-play broadcasters. Now, NFL players in particular are creatures of habit by necessity because of the incredible physical, mental, and emotional demands placed on them. Think about the last 30 days for the Chiefs. It's been anything but routine. 2 Monday night games, a Sunday night game, a Thursday night game. Fridays are really Wednesdays, or is it Tuesday or Thursday? Now, it's a compliment to be placed in so many primetime slots, but it's been a major logistical challenge for Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, his staff, and his players. This week, it's another short week of preparation as the Chiefs head to Dallas to play the Cowboys. But after that, maybe some normalcy with some Sunday noon starts, unless they're flexed. The new normal is not routine on this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas State senior kicker Matthew McCrane was put in some elite national company today. He was listed as one of 20 place kickers in the nation as a semifinalist for the Lou Groza Award. McCrane is the only representative from the Big 12 on the list and is the 5th Wildcat to be named a semifinalist for the award. Martin Gramatica brought home the hardware in 1997 as the best kicker in the country. McCrane has made 15 field goals this season. That includes 3 of at least 50 yards. His 54-yarder against Texas and 53-yarder against Central Arkansas are the 2 longest in the Big 12 this season. Not only did the Kansas Jayhawk offense improve last week, but so did the defense. The Jayhawks defense only gave up 30 points to the Wildcats, the lowest total since week 1 of the season. And junior defensive tackle Daniel Wise has had a strong stretch of games for the Jayhawks. He's second on the team in tackles for loss and has 5.5 sacks, which leads the team.
Pretty versatile guy at that position. You don't see it very often. I mean, you might see a DT or DN that you might be able to move inside every now and then to a 6 technique, even a 4 and a 3 down front sometimes. But this guy being a defensive tackle and moving him to a rush end and being able to do that, that's pretty unique. He had 2.5 sacks the other day. He had 3.5 TFLs, and he's very explosive, dynamic, great with his hands. He's grown up so much from the first time that we ever met him. He's turned into a real pro, and he's turned into the leader. I mean, he is really kind of taken over that leadership role for our football team, which is good to see, and he's a productive guy, right? And he cares about KU. That's one of the things I love about him most, is he truly cares about this university.
Wise has 4.5 sacks in his last 4 games, so he's heating up in this final stretch of games.
Chris, thank you. Kansas or Baylor, one of them will get a win in the conference this Saturday.
We're going to find out if the weather is heating up at all as we head toward the weekend. We're checking back with Jeremy next.
This is your 13 weather forecast.
Watching the back edge of an area of clouds make its way across northeast Kansas. Topeka seeing a clear sky on the horizon, with the clouds still hanging on overhead for now, but should be moving out shortly. 39 for an overnight low. Tomorrow we'll see clouds, a chance of some light rain or drizzle in the afternoon and evening. Could even last into the wee hours of Saturday morning. A high of 55 tomorrow, but much warmer for the weekend and dry as well. 67 Saturday. We end daylight saving time Saturday night. Fall back, if you will, so set those clocks back an hour Saturday night. And Sunday, sunshine and 72 degrees with sunset at 5:17 p.m. Sunday evening.
Okay. Well, tonight on CBS, we herald the return of Young Sheldon, and that show is coming back on 1 hour from now.
And tonight on 13 News at 10, I hope you'll tune in for my special report on babies who are born dependent on drugs, having withdrawal symptoms. It's a serious topic you'll want to see tonight at 10.
See you then.
Get the latest news, weather, and sports at WIBW.com or follow WIBW on Twitter, Facebook, and our mobile app. Thank you for making 13 News the most watched evening newscast.